So after we've disconnected the fuse from the fuse box of the car, the accessory one, which was a 10, and slot number 16, which was a 20, we basically want to connect this whole apparatus. So basically the toggle switch and the fuse taps. Unfortunately, the fuse taps, as they come, they'll be too short, so we need to elongate it. As you can see, I also attached a tail for the ground wire from the toggle switch, because this will make it easier to actually attach to the bolt inside the car. Yeah, and one other thing that's important in these fuse taps, you want to make sure the bottom is at least as great as the fuse amp amount on top. So in our case, we're okay because the top is 5, the bottom is 20. And what matters is that the hot side is furthest away from the pigtail when we actually go and connect it into the vehicle. So what I'll work on now is continuing to extend these wires. So I need to strip the end of this and then strip the end of this one as well. So you also notice that the actual hardwire kit is connected to the toggle switch through the green common wire, and I crimped that. So now I'm going to crimp the rest of the wires. From the toggle switch, we want blue and red together because red, and I'm basing this off the wire diagram, which I actually have found to not be entirely correct, the one that comes with the product, but the red seems to be for LED and the blue is for normal, the one that's going to go to the accessory. Yellow is going to be the one that's going to go to always on, right? So we want to connect that to this particular fuse tab. And let me actually pull up the diagram really quickly. Yeah, so blue, like in the ideal case, you know, when it's not pressed in, so that's somewhat incorrectly, but blue is when it's open, right? And when it's open, that's when, in the ideal case, I actually wouldn't want the LED to be on, but unfortunately it looks like you can't really entirely control that, because in the past I've had the positive connected with the yellow, thinking that what that meant is, since yellow is normal closed, that the LED would only turn on when it's been pressed in. But unfortunately that wasn't the case I found. So I think the LED is going to be on regardless, so it's whether you want it to be on with the accessory or you want it to be on with the always on. So that's why I'm going to put it with the blue, because I don't want it to always be on with the setting where it's supposed to always be on. I know that sounded confusing, but basically the LED with the accessory, not the always on fuse. So blue and red again together. Going to crimp that with again, this is accessory, so I'm going to crimp that with the 10 amp one. This looks like should be longer. So for this part, I want to use a multimeter to find out where the hot side and the cold side of the fuse are. So on my particular multimeter, you start off with just basically off. You go to the continuous, I think flow, I don't know what the right terminology there is. Then you check that they're normal. It'll make a beeping noise when that's the case. Then we're going to turn it around to direct current, voltage, and 20 because it's not going to be over. I think my battery is going to be around something like 12 volts. Okay, so once we've done that, going to connect one side to ground, which maybe I can bring the camera so you can see things better. Let me see if you can actually see the fuse. Okay, so the ground's going to be basically this bolt here, right there. I'm going to put the negative there. And then with the other one, going to go to the side furthest away. And it's reading 12. Other side's reading 0. So the side towards the gas pedal is 0. So I know the hot side is this way for fuse slot number 16. So we're going to do the other one as well. Actually for this, my car needs to be on. So I'm going to quickly turn on the car. I think it probably doesn't need to be all the way on, but I'll just turn it on anyway. Hopefully I don't blow myself up. So this is slot number 1, by the way, that we're testing right now. So on this side I'm getting 14, on the other side I'm getting 0. So it looks like slot number 1 is also similar. It's the furthest away from the gas pedal. And then the right side, yeah, basically this part right here by the steering wheel, we're gonna try to go from the left side, lead, not the top. So, and pulling on this a little bit, not too hard. You can clip a little bit. Okay, looks like we're getting free of something. Let's go ahead from the top. Maybe I can do something like that. No, just come right off with it. Just be careful with it. It's just the connections. Alright, well, it looks like. Alright, looks like we're free. One of the things that wasn't clear to me is basically when you undo this driver's side dash trim, these connectors will be connected and it's not clear how to take them off. What you want to do, sorry, I just realized the camera was banging over here. Basically what you want to do with these is press the button on the top. There's a thing on the top, like a latch basically. Same with the other side. And then once you do that, it'll be easy to unplug it. And then this is a lot freer. You know, you can just basically put it further down. It's hanging by this, I don't know, maybe that's a GPS locator or something, I'm not quite sure. But now I can really get at the ground bolt free. The next part, what we want to do in order to be able to run the cable from the bottom up, we want to take this panel off. I do have to be a bit careful here because I don't want to trigger the airbag and break my face. So hopefully, you know, that doesn't happen. Be a little bit careful with this too. All right, so now just use a pretty basic screwdriver. Remember is on this one, we want the side that was hot to be away from this pigtail, right? So we want this side to go into the side that was giving power. And if we remember, the side away from the gas pedal was the side that was giving power. So going down here, in there. Okay, and then the other side. So what I want to do next is connect the two grounds. Sorry, I'm also checking to see if you can see what I'm seeing. So this bolt here, we're going to try to connect the two ground to it. Okay, so I think I have my socket wrench here. I can't see what it is you're seeing. Sorry about that. So I think this will do. Great. So this is a 10 millimeter. Okay. Sure. Again, see, okay. So just undo this. All right. Grab one of these. Okay. And then this one here. Okay, that's tight enough. Okay, I didn't really figure out how to take out these other buttons on the panel. I did manage to get this one off, so I think I'm going to drill the hole in this. Maybe someday I'll figure that one out. Yeah, so, and I took this out by basically pushing at the top and bottom, like so, and then it pops pretty easily off. I want to drill 5/8 inside this, and yeah, so this is going to be a bit messy because the back might not be able to actually handle that kind of hole. Let me see, so 5/8 is this level. Maybe I'll just kind of slowly see where it gets us. Okay, again, looks very ugly, but for now, no big job. Cool, I think. No, we're ready to have this done again. Okay, so the part that is kind of difficult right now is I want to connect this switch to here. And I've noticed that, like, I read behind the switch and it does look like LEDs this way, and LED is the red, so it should be going in this way. And yeah, so I'm going to try and push it in this way, see how it goes. And I think I may or may not have gone in the right way. And so putting some pressure behind here with making sure. It's also pretty hard to get this camera on my head, but I believe I have disconnected. Okay, so I'm going to put this dash cam here. I think right here will be good enough. Okay, so tested, it works even though the car is off. Had a little bit extra cable, so fed it back through this to the bottom. Going to basically hide it behind the head trim again now that the excess is gone. Let's see how we do. Basically just pushing it back there. Going from underneath, so get back from there. This part is a little bit tricky, but still up there. Make sure there's nothing again hide this back here. And with the excess down here, I'm going to use some zip tying. So first, pulling it up. Okay, zip tie here. Use that. Put it around here. Looks like we're in business. Maybe I can hide it back there. Not sure. What happens? I close this panel up. Maybe that works. Oh, okay. When you close this panel up, it's on the same, like in the reverse order, how we took it off. So I think put the bottom in and the top on the side. This is pretty well in there. And then taking it off, I think we did the top first, so we'll do the side. This one first. And making sure that we're respecting where things go. Okay. Those are good. Should fall on us. Alright. Last but not least, the passenger panel. Okay, so I think we took go again. Put this in the reverse way. Make sure not to make the face. This goes that way. This goes in. Actually, this came in a little bit further. This, I think, push that up too much or something. It should look like the other side. Now that's hidden, screwdriver right actually inside. It is inside, I believe. So I'm gonna pause the video temporarily, go get that and come back. So just screwdrivering this back in. That's good. Okay. One last thing. This is still hanging. Don't like that. See if we can hide it back there. Just push it back up gently. Don't rip anything. You just sit up there. And let's test this while we turn the car on. If everything is working alright, we should see an LED. And we do. We see the LED. Dash cam is on. And when we turn the car off, if we press it in, it's off. It's similar to these actually. So when you press it, it's off. But it's depressed. It turns back on, as you can see by these lights. And there you have it, folks.